Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most majestic and, frankly, mind-bending texts in all of Eastern philosophy, the Avatamsaka Sutra. We're going to uncover a vision of reality that is, well, it's just staggering. So let's kick things off with this quote because it just completely shatters our normal way of thinking right out of the gate. It's telling us that what we're about to explore isn't tied to a physical place or the laws of our world. Nope, it exists in a reality that's defined by the limitless nature of consciousness itself. So, where does this all start? Well, our journey begins with this one single powerful figure, the great Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. The sutra tells us he's sitting right there in front of the Buddha, and he enters this state of incredibly deep meditation. But this is not your average everyday meditation. He enters this state. It's called samadhi. And this isn't just about finding your happy place or achieving some inner calm. In the universe of the Avatamsaka Sutra, this state of perfect concentration is like a key that unlocks a kind of cosmic power that's beyond anything we can imagine. So this meditative state, it's framed as something unbelievably powerful. It's not some passive retreat, right? It's an active container. It's a state of mind that can, all at once, hold all universes, all of time, all wisdom, and this is the wildest part. It can contain the entire fabric of existence within a single tiny speck of dust. Now, you can imagine an act this profound. It doesn't just happen in a vacuum. The moment Samantabhadra enters this state, it sends these massive ripples across all of existence, and enlightened beings from every corner of the cosmos, they all respond at once. And I mean instantly. Buddhas from every single direction, every possible universe, they just appear right there in front of him. And their praise, this collective, excellent, excellent, it's not just a pat on the back, it's a universal affirmation of what he's done, a sign of this deep, resonant connection that all awakened consciousness shares. And this is the key, right? This is why they were all praising him. See, this state of samadhi, it isn't just some personal win. It's the very engine that lights up reality, that purifies consciousness, and reveals the fundamental truth of how everything works for the benefit of everyone, everywhere. Okay, so he's basically been empowered by this insane cosmic state. He's got the blessing of all the Buddhas, and now he emerges from his meditation. And he's about to lay out the very blueprint of reality itself. And he starts by revealing that there are, get this, 10 fundamental secrets or principles that govern what the sutra calls world seas. And you should think of these not just as single universes, but as these vast, infinite collections of universes, a true multiverse. So that, of course, leads to the biggest question of all, where do all these countless shimmering worlds even come from? And the answer the sutra gives is just fascinating. See, universes aren't just some cosmic accident, like a big bang and that's it. No, they're brought into being by this meeting of forces. You've got the natural laws of reality, the creative juice of enlightened beings, the collective karma of every single one of us, and maybe most important of all, the power of pure intention, these vows of bodhisattvas to create worlds just to help others. And this is where it gets really personal. This idea illustrates a core principle. The kind of world you're in, it's a direct reflection of the consciousness of the beings living there. So pure worlds are born from pure intentions and good actions. And suffering worlds? Well, they're created from the collective greed, anger, and ignorance of the beings in them. Worlds are literally mirrors of our minds. And when I say variety, I mean it's absolutely unbelievably endless. The sutra describes worlds with every shape you can imagine, and some you can't. They can be made of anything from jewels to pure light and fragrance. Some worlds just float in empty space, while others rest on oceans of flowers, which just goes to show you that the cosmos has a boundless, unchained creativity. Okay, buckle up. We're about to get to the most profound, most reality-bending concept in this entire cosmic vision. Seriously, this is a big one. So, after hearing about all these endless world seas, each with its own Buddhas and beings spread out across infinity, you're probably asking yourself, where is all this stuff? The answer is, well, it's staggering. The totality of everything, all those infinite worlds, they don't just exist out there. No, they exist completely and totally inside every single speck of dust. Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. What we're talking about here is a vision of a perfectly holographic universe. The whole isn't just reflected in the part, the whole is the part. The entire infinite cosmos is fully present right here in the smallest particle you can possibly imagine. Okay, so this might all sound like some really out there abstract cosmology, right? But the sutra presents this vision for a very, very specific reason. It's meant to totally flip the script on how we see our own lives and our place in the universe. And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway, the big so what of it all. If entire worlds are born from our intentions, and if the whole cosmos is right here in this very moment, then reality isn't something that just happens to us. It's something that arises from us. The power that creates universes isn't just out there in the cosmos. It is right here, held within our thoughts, our actions, and every single moment of our awareness. So the question the sutra leaves us with is, what world are you creating right now?